Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here. We don't need no stinking recordcompany.com. I'm taking you through the writing of a song, some little places I'd get myself painted into a corner. So I've told the story up to now. I've been out to the bar at the edge of town, and I found a hot little thing, and she ran off with my best friend, which is about the most classic storyline you could come up with in a country song. It's probably overused, but that's what I did. So what am I going to do next? Well, this was easy. Going back to the internal rhyme, I said, just my luck, and I headed for my truck. And then I said, I was going for a gun and a clip. Now later on, I felt like that was maybe a little too harsh. I'll think about that a little bit. Maybe that's, but anyway. And you know, we're going to get into a really ugly situation here in this song really fast if I don't figure out how to stop myself from doing something drastic like shooting this woman. So I introduced another person who's going to stop me. And I said, my friend James said I looked deranged. And he shouted, son, let me give you a tip. So that's what I got. I said, just my luck. First line, I said, just my luck, and I headed for my truck. I was going to get a gun and a clip. My friend James said I looked deranged. He shouted, boy, let me give you a tip. That worked. Now it got tricky because I had to cram a whole bunch of lines together for the next, or words together for the next idea. And the idea was, remember the line I had about there's nothing you can do to her that she's not going to do to herself. I wanted something like that at the end of this verse before I went into the chorus again. So where I got with that was I said, okay, now he's got to tell me why I don't want to, what is the tip? What has he got to tell me? And it took me a long time to get this to work metrically, to get the meter to fit. For one thing, I had to kind of mush the punctuation together a little bit, but here's somebody who's just not worth it. It's just not worth me getting mad and hauling off and shooting her and me going to jail. So what he says to me, what my friend James says to me is, he said, hold your horses. She's had 6 divorces. You're just another man under her belt. I love that double entendre because, obviously it's a little racy, but you don't have to take it that way. And then the last line clicked when I finally wrote, there ain't nothing you can do to that kind of woman that she ain't going to do to herself. So the verse came out with, I said, just my luck, and I headed for my truck. And then I softened this. I was thinking about a gun and a clip. My friend James said I looked deranged. He shouted, son, let me give you a tip. Hold your horses. She's had 6 divorces. You're just another man under her belt. There ain't nothing you can do to that kind of woman that she ain't going to do to herself. And I said, to hell with you, darling, and the horse she rode in. Had I known that you'd go and run off with my best friend, I've been throwing good money after a bad girl, and it ain't going to happen again. To hell with you, darling, and the horse you rode in. And that made a song about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I said, to heck with the bridge. I'll just write it on out. And it turned out to be a pretty good little song. So I had at least 3 ideas in there, I think, the way I read it. Maybe more. One was the pun of the horse she rode in. The other is there's nothing you can do to that kind of woman she ain't going to do to herself. I like the hold your horses. She's had 6 divorces. You're just another man under her belt, because that's a pun. And by and large, the rest of the lines, except for the storyline and the fact that I established the place, started to tell the story, hit the chorus, told the rest of the story. But those 3 lines are the real, in my opinion, ideas of the song that I haven't heard anybody else do. The rest of it is pretty cliche, with maybe the exception of setting up the scene at the very beginning. That might have some ideas in it too. I'd love to get your opinion on that, see what you think. And one of these days I'm going to come back and sing you the song. see what you think of it. So that's it. I'm Ryan Michael Galloway, and we don't need no stinking record company.com. Thanks.